Hey guys. Okay, so oh boy. I made a Q&A video and I mentioned that I wasn't going to go into a Fu Rant. You know, like a rant about Fu, my favorite character from Dragon Ball. Well, y'all wanted to hear it. So I've decided to make a video about it. I need to make a disclaimer at the beginning of this. I wrote down a whole damn script for this video, and it is very long, so I apologize, but I got really heated about it. So my disclaimer is that I'm not bashing anyone who likes Hero's View or his character or anything like that. This is all personal preference and opinion, so please don't take it to heart. Like, if you like Hero's View, I literally don't care. Y'all can do what you want. Like, enjoy who you want. I don't care. Like, have fun. I like when people have fun. Y'all just wanted to hear my thoughts, so I'm giving them. Also, Fu is trans and gay, and I don't make the rules. Anyway, so let me start off with my experience with Fu. I have zero recollection of this, but apparently I saw the Super Dragon Ball Heroes version of him first, which I think is really funny, because I actually ended up preferring the Xenoverse 2 version of him instead. But I really do thank Heroes for helping me fall in love with him, so I still do love Heroes personally. Like, I love the game, I love the anime, even though it's a lot. Both of them are a lot. But... Oh, also, my friend Cloud was a huge influence on my love for Fu, so thank you, Cloud. I will link Cloud's Twitter and Tumblr and Fu blog and everything. But anyway, so all of this is fine and dandy. Danny? Who the hell? Okay, all of this is fine and dandy. However, upon playing the Xenoverse 2 DLC, I came to realize that I much preferred Xenoverse 2's interpretation of his character, and I hold it miles above Heroes in terms of preference. And I will now explain why. I'll start by explaining the Xenoverse 2 DLC storyline as best as I can from memory, because I haven't played it in a hot minute. So spoiler warning for that if you haven't played it. Oh boy, this is a lot. Okay, so it starts out with your time patroller walking into the time nest and encountering Demigra, who is apparently the Supreme Kai of Time for some reason, and you're really confused by that, obviously, but everyone else is acting completely normal, and it's weird. Apparently Toki went missing because Demigra was being mean to him or some shit, so y'all start yelling for him. Then suddenly you see Fu walking out of the building, talking about changing history and shit, and then he's like, I'm gonna absorb you now, bye-bye, and then it flashes to a normal setting of Cronoa and the Elder Kai and Trunks and whatever, all looking at you weird, because you apparently zoned out or some shit. And anyway, things happen, and Cronoa explains that there's been weird time rifts popping up that are like separate from this time, so they're their own little pockets of altered time that don't affect the main timeline, and she wants you to investigate with your mentor, which is cool, because I had Turles and Raditz as my mentors when I played this DLC. At different times, I played it multiple times. So that was cool. Even if they didn't do shit when helping me, oh my god. Okay, I'll go into that later. But when you first enter the time rift, like the beginning time rift, you see Vegeta and Goku training to reach Super Saiyan Blue, and they're supposed to be training with Whis, but instead you find Fu. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background. But he's tricked them into thinking that he's Whis somehow, like he's using illusion magic or some shit, which is awesome. and that's a problem for everybody. So you fight him, and he causes Goku and Vegeta to turn into Super Saiyan 4s instead of Super Saiyan Blue, so there's an alteration. And you have to fight them instead because they think it's training, because Fu told them that it was training, because he's pretending to be Whis. So Fu fucks off, and you have to fight them, and stuff happens, and basically from there, it's you going into time rifts to different points of the Z and Super storylines. But the catch is you have to choose between following Fu and helping him change history, and absorbing the energy from them, or following your mentor and correcting the history that Fu has altered. And I'm gonna go with the one where you follow your mentor because that was the first one I played, and it has this cool ass cutscene at the end of it that I adore, and that's where my main argument lies anyway, so yeah. When you get to the end, it's revealed that Dabura has actually been the one changing history and creating rifts for Fu to absorb their energy in order to revive the Demon Realm and get revenge for Toa, who you killed, so this takes place after the Xenoverse 2 timeline. Main game, at least. And also he's kidnapped Cronoa and trapped her in a fireball that can only be destroyed by killing him. So Dabura goes on to explain that Fu is a mutant created from the cells of Toa and Mira, so basically he's their son, which I think is so cool. And now here's where shit gets interesting for me. When Dabura finally tells Fu to revive the Demon Realm with his energy that he absorbed, Fu is literally just like, no way? And Dabura's like, what the fuck? So, Fu's like, listen man, I'm not interested in revenge or demon realms or whatever, I'm just interested in learning about energy and stuff. And Dabura gets so pissed and tries to turn him to stone by spitting at him, like, as one does. And Fu deflects his spit back with his sword and turns his ass to stone. So he basically kills Dabura. And that's in front of everybody. And, like, he frees Cronoa by doing that, and Fu goes on to explain that he believes that if he can alter timelines to make people in them happy, why shouldn't he? He believes that everyone should be happy. And he even goes on to say that he'll use the energy absorbed to help your time patroller in the future when he thinks of something to use it for. And then some other shit happens, but it's not relevant to what I'm ranting about, so I'm just gonna ignore it. My main takeaway from this DLC in regards to Fu is that Fu may be the son of two evil demons who wanted to revive the Demon Realm, and he may be Dabura's nephew, even, but he's literally just a curious guy interested in the science of energy, and, like, altering timelines for the better, if he can help it. So, I don't believe he's evil at all. He's a complete change of pace from the villains in Dragon Ball, which follow the pattern of demon equals bad and evil. He's a demon that's good, or at the very least chaotic neutral, or something close to that. I don't believe he has bad intentions, like, ever. Though being a demon that's related to Toa and Mira and Dabura, I do think he has some wicked tendencies, quote-unquote wicked tendencies, that he can't really help, such as, like, messing with time, but, you know. I sincerely don't believe he's evil or bad like his family, which I think is super refreshing. Like, it's a super refreshing change of pace from the original Dragon Ball villains, like the usual villain lineup. And it even makes me feel similarly to how I feel about Zamasu, who is a Kai, which are all supposed to be, like, you know, good and helpful, and like they're gods, like they're supposed to be helpful. And he turned evil. And, like, that's such a cool break in the chain, and, like, I don't know, like, I support that wholeheartedly. Like, I adore it. Like, it's so refreshing. Now here's where my problem lies, and spoilers for Super Dragon Ball Heroes if you haven't seen it. I'm talking about the promotional anime. In Heroes, Fu is made out to be just a straight-up antag. Like, from the beginning, he lies about being Trunks' friend in order to lure Goku and the others to the prison planet, I swear I can speak, which he created using the Dragon Balls. He basically kidnaps a bunch of fighters from different timelines and makes them duke it out in order to generate enough energy to create a new universe or some shit. I don't remember completely, but I think that's correct. Don't at me if I'm wrong. Anyways, he's just a bastard in Heroes. Like he's a villain. And it gets even worse later on in the Big Bang mission. Just a little tangent about his redesign for the Big Bang mission. I don't super mind it, but I prefer his original design because it makes him look more fun and less like a douche. But anyway, okay, in the Big Bang mission, he's apparently working with Toa and some other villains to do some fuck shit. I don't remember exactly, because I haven't been watching it. Because of my, I guess I lost interest after Hearts left the vicinity, because Hearts is one of my favorite characters as well, but this isn't about him. Yes, I know he came back. Don't leave a comment about that. But I just have strong negative feelings towards Heroes characterization of Fu. But I hope you get me. In conclusion to this whole rant thing, Xenoverse 2 Fu is my favorite because he breaks the mold of Dragon Ball demon villains by just being this curious science boy who doesn't give a shit about his weird uncle's evil plots, and he just wants to do his own thing and help people, pretty much. He's just this weird millennial-ass memer dude who probably drinks Mountain Dew and looks at Google image searches of eggs with binoculars at 4 in the morning, like, literally. He even... he's so funny! Like, in the DLC, I cannot describe to you how funny and fun he is in the DLC. Like, you'll just have to play it for yourself or watch a playthrough or something. Like, his dialogue is gold. Like, he says adios muchachos at some point, and it's just so fucking funny. Meanwhile, Heroes makes him out to be demon villain number 276, and it just rubs me the wrong way and makes me feel like they butchered his character because he appeared in Xenoverse before Heroes. Well, he debuted in online as a baby, but you know, I'm talking about his adult design. Anyway, going into my personal feelings towards Fu now, I mentioned in my Q&A video that he means a lot to me, and that was honestly an understatement. I mentioned that I projected onto him, and that was also kind of underselling my feelings towards him. When I say I project onto him, I mean I use him as a way to feel better about myself in certain ways. I headcanon him with my own body type, which is kind of pudgy and not muscular at all, and I kind of have big hips too, so I give him those as well. I also headcanon him as trans and gay, which I am also, if that wasn't obvious. And by that I mean I literally give him my gender, which is transmasculine non-binary. Except for him, I do go with using he/him pronouns, whereas I use they them unless I'm in public when I use he/him, but whatever. The reason I bring this up is because I use him to feel better about my identity and body, because when I draw him looking confident and happy as himself in his body and identity, it makes me feel a whole lot better about my own. I give him top surgery scars and everything. Like, I headcanon that when he was growing up, Toa was a scientist, obviously, so she helped him transition and, you know, like a good mom. And I'm not getting into my headcanons for Fu. That's another video entirely. But yeah, like, he literally has my body when I draw him. And he's helped me get over a lot of dysphoria, even with my voice, because his voice isn't super masculine either in comparison to most other Dragon Ball guys. It's higher pitched. So it makes me feel a lot better about myself when I think about him being like me. That's why he's become an ID for me over time. My second strongest one below Dan. one day he might move up to number 1, who knows. But, anyway, that's my Fu Rant. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me get really into talking about my favorite character. I swear to God, if you can hear the mowing outside, they mow like every fucking day. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts as well. Like, which do you like better, Heroes or Xenoverse Fu? Let me know what you think. That's all I have to say. Okay, see ya. Thank you for listening.